Oh, I was waiting for your image to come up, Mike Eppel, because you promised a Hawaiian shirt you did not deliver. You said you'd look into it.
I said I would look into it. It didn't happen. I did post on Instagram, though, so there you go.
Okay, that's fine. I guess this is business version, Mike.
Yes.
And, of course, we're talking about the legalization of marijuana, recreational marijuana sales. And we were watching the TSX yesterday through the roof.
Yeah, hit an all-time high of 16,420, if you can believe it, the 420 cannabis culture designation on the day that they announced the legalization of cannabis. And the Canadian cannabis producers were moving sharply higher yesterday, up for a fourth day. We've seen these stocks move, significant gains. In some cases, they've quadrupled over the past year. Canopy growth up more than 400%. Aurora Cannabis and Afria and some of the other big players, they're betting that this is going to be a multi-billion-dollar market, maybe as much as $7 billion as soon as next year, and growing maybe globally past that if it works here in Canada. Now, will pot culture and a weak Canadian dollar lead to maybe some more tourism coming up from the U.S. Over the near term? That's going to be something to watch, and how Canadian companies can cash in on this. Once again, we've got once it's all legalized on October 17th. Now, the Canadian dollar is down to 75 cents U.S. this morning, one-year low. We've got a weak price for oil, with OPEC talking about boosting production. The NAFTA file remains unresolved, to say the least, and the U.S. dollar very strong, despite the mixed trends that we're seeing on the U.S. markets right now. The trade spat between the U.S. and China leading to a 7-day losing streak for the Dow Jones Industrials average. And right now, the Dow is poised for another pullback of maybe even 100 points at the opening of trade this morning. And again, on that NAFTA file, are we a national security threat to the U.S. or not? U.S. Trade Secretary Wilbur Ross yesterday saying in a Senate committee hearing that Canada is not a national security threat, and that was the whole reason why they slapped those tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum imports, so maybe that'll change the direction on that. Plus, also admitted that the U.S. actually has a trade surplus against Canada. Go figure. And milestone for Instagram this morning, social network hitting 1 billion global users, also announcing some changes to allow longer form videos. And, of course, you can follow me on Instagram, Eppel.Mike, and, of course, 680 News. Good morning, Roger Peterson.
Morning, Michael. Will you be breaking out your Hawaiian shirt for Instagram?
I'm going to try, yes. I'm going to have to go home and get it, though, because I didn't get the memo.
I know. I forgot mine, too. I've got a bunch of them.
Happy summer.
All right, you too.